Salvete omnes, this is the Martian Geek, and welcome back to another episode of Mega Man 11. In the last episode, things were very bouncy, and now we're heading off to Blockman stage. This seems to be the intended first stage, but I wouldn't say it's the easiest of the 8. It's not terrible, but there are a few parts that can definitely catch you off guard. Oh, and I only have one extra life. That's unfortunate. I guess it is kind of a pretty stage. That's nice outside ruins type of scenery. Also these things, I forget if I commented on them before, but I don't think they've been in a game since Mega Man 5. Ow. Now this is a new enemy type. You can stand on the little platform that pops out of him. You don't want to get hit by the hammer, as you can see it did like 5 damage. And we've seen these before in Impact Man stage. Not quite. I didn't have to. Well, actually shooting it would probably be easier than going around it. We have these rocky platforms, which you can destroy with one shot. And this, I suppose, is supposed to be our introduction to this enemy. They behave the same way as the ones in Torchman stage. They're just rocky instead of fiery. And we have conveyor belts. Maybe Blockman's friends with Metal Man. We have nets. Yeah, you kind of probably want to time it so that you get the maximum amount of... And I did that wrong. Did that wrong too. I really need to quit trying to fight those things when there's not enough benefit to doing so. More falling blocks. Obviously, watch out for those. At least they're more pattern-based than the ones in Crystal Man stage. And up next, we have the mini-boss, which is actually kind of a pain. There are 2 of these things too. And the problem is that sometimes you can't really tell what the pattern will be. And you can end up with it just landing right on top of you, like that! That's a perfect example. Oh wait. Let that go. Because I need those. No damage run here. At least this one we don't have to worry about getting hit by. Well, not much. You can just shoot it through the wall. Like so. Not sure what the deal is with that. And I see a platform over there, so let's do that. Small health drop, or pickup. Now, falling blocks in conjunction with conveyor belts. And falling those type, that type. So here's the other part that can be a sticking point. Those things are instant death. Uh-oh. Yeah, each of those big weird shaped blocks that drops down has a trickier pattern than the previous one. I see you. Wait, did I just stun that Met? I'm not sure if I knew that charge shots could do that. At least I think that's why it happened. Spawning enemies. Constantly spawning enemies and obstacles. And conveyor belts. That room's all kinds of fun. hello there. What are you doing there? One nice thing about this part is there are no pit enemies. If I remember correctly, those are purely localized to Bounce Man stage. Now that enemy we can't hit, so... But it can sure hit us. Why did it trigger when I was there, but not when I was closer to it? Maybe I'll get lucky and something will drop a 1-up. More likely, I won't. At least Blockman stage isn't too hard. It's not easy, but I'd rather do it than Torchman's any day. Another thing you want to do with some of these is try to kind of shoot ahead of time. If you do it fast enough, you don't have to deal with the third one. Nope, I don't need weapon energy. This isn't really a room where you need charge shots, but... Whoa! Dang it. I was doing so well, too. And I almost slipped into the pit. Like I said, I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend doing this stage first. It's better than Torchman's, and it's better than Impact Man's for that purpose. I guess if you do the easiest stage first, you don't necessarily get a good idea of the game. I don't know. Still, if you're just starting out the game and you're willing to use weaknesses, just do the easiest stage first, and then the boss whose weakness you have. Okay, this time can I shoot this thing ahead of time? Okay, missed. Not this time. Ooh, I barely made that. Yeah, here's the second mid-boss. You might have guessed that this was coming. I mentioned there was a second one, and we have to fight it on a conveyor belt. Meaning it's harder to get shots in on it, and it gets more opportunity to have the RNG screw us. I suspect there's probably a limited number of patterns that it can actually fall in, but I'm not sure. It also just has way too darn many invincibility frames, because you can't hit it when it's spinning, or at least it won't do any damage. I see you. I need that. Oh, you jerk. I suspect you're supposed to use speed gear to deal with those, but... they don't look like they should have that much health, you know? Ow. I'm almost tempted to farm these things. See if I can get one of them to drop something I need. Okay, so there's another one of these too. And it's trickier than the first one. Like right here, you have to shoot that before you get down here. And I almost didn't make it. I do want that E-tank. See if I can get him. Whoops. I didn't actually mean to use that. I wanted to use him a little closer to the edge. I think you could do that with speed gear too. You could probably slow down the block and then jump on top of it. But it's fine. I have classic Mega Man tools too. I realize this is a classic Mega Man game. I mean classic as in like, has been in the series for a while. Well, there it goes. Slipped off the platform again. It's okay, I needed a life reset anyway. Why, PC game developers, why must you make it so that I can't set the menu, confirm, and cancel keys to be the same as the regular controller? Maybe the reason why a lot of people don't like playing games like this on a keyboard is because they're trying to use the arrow keys and enter and stuff instead of actually mapping it like a controller, like I do. Just saying. There we go. At least those things only take one hit. I mean, everything up to the first checkpoint is pretty easy. Mistakes were almost made. Twice. Alright, mini-boss time. Obviously, the thing you want to do is try to stand next to the head, because that's how you hit it, you know. And sometimes that happens. I wonder if this mini-boss was inspired at all by Sheepman, now that I think about it. It has the same, like, split into 4 parts, and then each of those goes to a random location thing. Whoops. Have my hand on the wrong buttons. I think I still came out with a net positive, but maybe not. I could probably get over there that way, but I suspect it's safer to do it this way. This thing's has a lot of health, too. Whoops. The Crusher of Doom. Whoop. That could have been bad. It's too slow. I'm gonna have to deal with... Well, maybe not. I don't think I've ever had the third one just drop right on Mega Man's head, but maybe. I guess that was supposed to be your way to say that, yes, you definitely can stand on the platforms, and you're gonna have to get past that one. Okay, this shouldn't be that difficult. Can we not fall to our doom this time? I almost did. You know, maybe having 2 sets of respawning enemies is just overkill. Get me out of here. Where's Mega Man 5's 1-up drop rate when you need it? Aha! No sniping this time. And for the second one of these things. Ow. Yeah, there were not a lot of good places to stand that time. Die, will ya? Like the conveyor belt essentially reduces your safe space. Well, Anti-Yeti doesn't have the 1-up anymore. We're gonna shoot him just for the heck of it. Oh sure, now I managed to defeat him in time. Why did he respawn with the 1-up didn't? Dang it. I get myself hit by those things way too often. Sometimes violence is not the answer. Suspect that. Okay, it didn't reset HP. Oh boy. That was close. Holy crap. Okay, well, I already have the E-Tank from here. How many E-Tanks do I have, anyway? Dang it. That's not what I want. Which button did I set the menu to? Okay, I have 3. Oh boy, hard-coded menu keys. I suppose this room's probably trickier than the last one of these because you have them falling in different locations. See, that's what I was supposed to do there. Ow, that is not what I was supposed to do there. However. Well, we're almost out. Near you. I'm gonna wait for that other one, too. The thing about Mega Man games is you just don't want to deal with more things at once than you have to. You can live for now. Oh, they really like those enemies in this stage. Oh, I see. And we get a nice night sky view of the ruins. Well, I'm not going to beat Blockman on my first try, I'm pretty sure, but we'll get to see a bit of what he can do.
Never thought you'd make it this far. You're a few bricks short of a load.
Is that an actual phrase that people say? I actually forget exactly what his pattern is, so... Clearly. Water fighting? Power gear already? But yeah, his power gear phase involves turning into a gigantic block golem. Ow. He does 2 different attacks in that phase. He slams his hand down, or he punches diagonally. And it's not always easy to tell which one he's gonna do. Like, he does have tells, but you need to stand in the right place not to get squished. And if you do, it hurts.
Get in here. You're just another brick in the wall.
Nice Pink Floyd reference. And this first phase is easy enough. Yeah, it's his jumps that I'm not sure how to predict. Also, is this the only power gear using Robot Master who can actually be hit during that phase? I mean, it does give him essentially a second health bar, so I would hope that he can get hit. Oh yeah, he has that attack too, and I don't know how to dodge that. Ow. Yeah, so if he slams his palm too close to the wall, you can't dodge it. So you need to lure it and then quickly get out of the way.
Solid job getting here. You're a few bricks short of a load.
I can just not take any damage during the first phase. Whoops. Or I could walk into him, that also works. I think I actually want to stay close to him. Oh yeah, and sometimes he attacks twice in a row, and there's not really much you can do about that. Ah! How was I supposed to dodge that? There's the punch, which you want to be behind. Just die already. I meant Block Man, not Mega Man. And he had 1 HP left for that phase 2. Well, I'll see you back at the boss. Okay, we're back at the boss door. I didn't lose any lives. Took a few lumps, restored health. So we have 3 full health meters to deal with this guy.
Get in here.
I also remembered that I have turbo. I don't know if it'll help against this guy, but... See, how do you tell when he's gonna jump? We'll see who knocks whose block off. I think this is the only... Oh, I mentioned it, didn't I? I think this is the only Robot Master who's actually vulnerable during his power gear phase. See, there's nothing you can freaking do about that. You just have to hope he doesn't do that combination. But at least we're on to his 3rd phase, where he's really mad and throws a lot of blocks at you. Ah. Oh boy. Come on. Whew! Down to 2 HP. Yeah, I don't know why you'd suggest to do that stage first. It's not that easy. The biggest problem is Blockman himself, mainly his golem phase. But the vertical block falling rooms are not particularly easy either, and the mini-bosses and the parts where you have to get away from the instant death grinder. So yeah, this stage has plenty of tricky things associated with it. Anyway. Okay, that's... So, block dropper. You get to drop 4 blocks from this ceiling. Generate heavy stone blocks that drop down to crush enemies. Try it while power gear is active to multiply your attack and really knock their block off. So with power gear, you get a whole mess of blocks. Here have half of 1, 2 in Super Mario Brothers. Oh hey, cutscene.
Doctor, is something wrong?
The double gear system. It was so very long ago. It was on that day, Wily and I had our falling out. He quite literally threw a wrench in our gears. We were students then, each pursuing robotics research in our own way. Each of us was passionate about forging the way ahead. To a future where humans and robots might live together in harmony.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
By giving robots independent thought,
And then Mega Man X
they
happened.
could be true partners to humankind at last.
Naive as always. Even robots that think for themselves will never be anything more than tools.
You, sir, are the tool.
But with unstoppable power, insurmountable speed. It's only when we build robots with the power to outdo humans that people will truly accept robots for what they are. And with my double gear system, we can make that dream a reality. With this installed, any robot can instantly become a hero.
Looking at the entire series, there is exactly one that involves the
However,
double gear
I
system.
was strongly opposed to Wily's ideas and research. The double gear system, it puts an incredible strain on the
Oh, look at
robots that
Rolando
use
peeking
it.
out there.
And if it fell into the wrong hands, it could be used to cause terrible harm. At the time, a committee was convened.
Is that the
Wily's
chicken
research
drumstick
was
in the
canceled
microwave?
in favor of my independent thought research. Wily never forgave me, and his views have grown ever more extreme since then. How ironic that my efforts to quench Wily's hot-headedness before it led him astray only ended up fueling the fire.
Doctor,
You ruined
I
everything.
never knew.
If only I'd shown him there was a way to work together, instead of just telling him that he was wrong. Maybe we'd still be friends.
So much tragedy could have been
To work
prevented.
together.
Even the double gear system can be a tool for good, if used properly. But using it properly requires proper judgment. Wily's dream of developing technology to make any robot into a hero could become reality if used by you. I'm trusting you, Mega Man. Oh, I almost forgot something very important. I've just finished giving Rush a good tune-up. He's all ready to head out with you. Rush! Rush, help Mega Man and keep him safe. Be a good boy now.
We've got this, Rush.
Oh, there's Eddie,
Okay,
Eddie and Pete
let's
too.
go.
So yeah, we have Rush Jet now. And might as well give you the explanation. I know perfectly well how to use it, but let's test it. Rush transforms into jet mode. Ride on his back to soar through a stage. Adjust your course up and down too. I don't think Rush's transformations get affected by the gears. But, yeah, there it is. So we have Rush Jet since we've defeated 4 Robot Masters, and apparently Mega Man 11 predicted the rise of AI and extremism. So, next time we will be moving on to the second half of Robot Masters, so I'll see you then.